Welcome to the Diagnostic for Jasper's Giant Star Diner. The purpose of this skit is to make sure your show is working properly and meets to your standards. If you have any questions or concerns, please refer to your manual. Now let's begin with the characters. We'll begin with the one and only Jasper T. Chows. We'll start with mouth movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for mouth movements. Let's move on to eyelids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for eyelid movements. Let's move on to eye movements left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all for eye movement. Let's move on to head up movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all for head up movement. Let's move on to head turn left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for head turn. Let's move on to strum movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for strum movement. Now let's move on to Reggie. We'll start with mouth movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for mouth movement. Let's move on to body up movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for body up movement. Let's move on to body turn movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for body turn movement. Let's move on to wing movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for wing movement. Let's move on to the wink sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all for the wink. Now let's move on to light diagnostic. Each light will stay on for approximately 30 seconds. If you have any questions or concerns, please refer to your manual. So let's begin with Jasper's Spotlight. That is all for Wing Spot. Let's move on to Stage 1-1, Amber. That is all for Stage Wall 1. Let's move on to Stage Wall 2, Red. That is all for stage wall 2. Let's move on to stage wall 3, blue. That's all for stage wall 3. Let's move on to star tips. That's all for star tips. Let's move on to starburst. That's all for starburst. Let's move on to organ 1, outer. That's all for organ 1. Let's move on to organ 2, center. That's all for organ 2. Let's move on to organ 3, inner. That's all for organ 3. Let's move on to stage 1, amber. That's all for stage 1. Let's move on to stage 2, red. That's all for stage 2. Let's move on to stage 3, blue. That's all for stage 3. Let's move on to the strobe light. That is all for strobe light. Let's move on to live show floods. That's all for live show floods. Let's move on to the helicopter light. That is all for helicopter light. We will now do the 2 channels labeled as future lights. And this has been the Diagnostic skit for Jasper's Giant Star Diner.